Affectionately dubbed the closer, one 5-star Alabama standout is set to make a huge jump in 2025. Stick around. Let's talk about it. This is Way Offsides. 3, 2, let's go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Way Offsides, your favorite Alabama show here on YouTube. YouTube is our home. We love YouTube. And we like to have guests over all the time. We like to host. So to do that, to be our guest, please like and subscribe, follow the channel, do all the things that helps us make content for you. It helps us be better. Here at Way Offsides, it's your show. If you don't know, Way Offsides is spelled with 4 A's. Tell them, Skip.
Way, this is all caps, W-A-A-A-A-Y, way.
There you go. 4 A's, baby. 4 all the time, not 3, not 5. 4 is just enough, just like in the word Alabama. 2025 season is on the way. We are just a few days removed. It feels, you can feel it. You can feel it in the air, and it feels so good. Does it not? It does to me, at least. I'm getting really excited. The expectations are through the roof for Alabama football this fall, specifically that defense. We all know the offense, what it should do under new offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb. But what about that defense? A lot of the talk has been around the secondary. That secondary looked mighty good towards the second half of the 2024 season, and we expect them to expand on that and be better in 2025. But what's even better is there another position group that I'm telling you is going to be maybe, I don't want to say better than the secondary. That secondary is going to be legit, but that you can expect to be very much improved in 2025. And that position group is the defensive line. Now, defensive line under Kane Wilmick looks a little bit different than it did under Nick Saban and his various defensive coordinators, but one thing remains the same. Alabama has dudes that can get to the quarterback. Everybody's expecting a big season out of Tim Keenan, out of some of these linebackers like Deontay Lawson. But there's one guy that I really want to talk about who made a splash coming, maybe if we break the season in thirds, the third of 2025. And that is former 5-star recruit out of Montgomery, Mr. James Smith. Now, for those of you who don't know James Smith, he is a defensive end on Alabama's D-line. The guy committed to Alabama out of Montgomery as a 5-star, along with 5-star Quay Rusaw. Guys, these two dudes were basically a 2-for-1 package coming out of high school. And people were really excited about them both, but Smith really started to pop specifically in that Michigan game. So let's take a look at what he did last year before we jump too far in the weeds here. And per ESPN, his 2024 season, he had 20 tackles. 9 of those were solos. He assisted on 11 tackles, and he had 1 sack. Now, keep in mind, this was limited playing time. Now, I think that Kane Womack understands the importance of keeping fresh legs in there on that defensive line, that pass rush. So I expect to see that rotation be a little more, prudent, a little more productive in 2025. Here's the reason: because Alabama has dudes at that bandit position, the tackle position, and the end position. They're deep. They're a lot deeper than folks realize. We'll start with the bandit: LT Overton, Kelby Collins, the transfer out of Florida, Jordan Renaud, Keon Keeley, fan favorite everybody talks about, who I think will see some significant playing time this season. Go over to the tackle. You're looking at Tim Keenan, senior leadership there on the team. Guy's going to be a beast. Jeremiah Beeman, who people are really excited about. And then Vega as well. Move over to that defensive end. James Smith is likely, I think, going to be that number 1 guy, but he's going to be followed up by Edric Hill, London Simmons. I'm trying to make sure I say the name right. Bolo Bumoa. Bumua. I believe that's correct. But Alabama's defensive line is very deep. This is something that people aren't really talking about because all eyes are on the secondary. I think if you look at Alabama's defense, the shallowest position group is probably linebacker. And that's not to say they're not deep there. It's just there's a lot of youth at that linebacker position. There was a lot of youth in that secondary last year as well. As the season went on, they got their footing, like we said we thought was going to happen. They ended up, being one of the more elite units in the country. Now, what makes James Smith somebody we should be excited to watch? Now, this is footage from his high school years. This is brought to you by AL.com over on YouTube. I just want you to watch this guy. Just watch some footage of him. The kid in high school, not just in high school, he's carried this over to his first year at Alabama. I'm not going to show you that footage due to copyright reasons, but Smith is, given his size, the kid is, well, how big is he? Let's look. 6'3", 297. So he's pushing 300 pounds. He is deceptively fast. I posted a video over on my X account earlier from Tide in Motion on YouTube. And it shows in that Michigan game, it shows James Smith running down the quarterback and just straight up headhunting this guy over to the sideline and then just laying him out. Kid gets injured. But Smith, that's what strikes me most. Not only is he a bulldog on that line and he's a bully, he is deceptively fast. You can see it on display right there. Just somebody I'm really excited about. He really started to figure it out. He was earning more playing time in that rotation as the season went on, and he really popped, especially in that bowl game against Michigan. And I expect him to make a serious impact in 2025. He also, to me, not the same position, but he just kind of reminds me a little bit of a Jonathan Allen with his aggressiveness, how just quick he is, again, deceptively fast. And that gets me really excited about James Smith coming out into his sophomore year at Alabama. I believe he's a sophomore. He might be a junior. I can't keep track of all this. It's crazy. He's a junior. This is a guy that, again, not a lot of people are talking about. We did a video yesterday on Noah Carter, somebody that folks weren't really talking about a lot. But Smith, Clint Lamb has been talking about him a little bit. We've talked about him a little bit, but Smith is somebody who's just, he's got a motor, man. And we noticed this, him coming out of high school into college, just the guy, his athleticism for his size is just off the charts. Very good on the perimeter. We saw that. If you go to my X account, you can see that video there of him, or just watch it over on Tide in Motion. You can see just him pursuing out on the perimeter and really, in some instances, corralling these quarterbacks by himself. It's absolutely nutty what he is able to do. And I think Bama, as long as they use him correctly, which I think Womack in his first year as a DC at Alabama, it took him some time to learn exactly how to implement a strategy and do what he wanted to do. But now in year two, I think he's got it figured out. He's got the guys he wants in his system. And Smith is a throwback, man. He really is. He reminds me, he was a Nick Saban recruit. He reminds me of the kind of guys that Nick Saban wanted on that defensive line. And that should get you guys really excited. It should. If there's a guy on Alabama's D-line who is capable of chasing down these really athletic quarterbacks, it's Smith. He's got a really good twitch to him. He's good edge to edge. Again, speed coming into play there. Really good body control. Good in run fit. And then he might be one of the most explosive pass rushers we have this year on this squad, which is exciting because a lot of you have vocalized that you were kind of worried about Alabama's pass rush because last season they got close a lot of the times but never finished. Tim Keenan, I guarantee you're going to have a better year out of Tim Keenan this year. And just in terms of finishing, he was all over quarterbacks last year. But, Keenan played a lot in the Vanderbilt game, made some significant plays there in that game. But really, he started to pop at the end of the season, specifically in that ReliaQuest Bowl game. This is a guy that I think will be a fan favorite before 2025 is over. A lot of people know he's there. People that follow recruiting know he's there. They were excited about him coming out of high school. But I think this is a guy that will pop off early, and folks are going to be like, those who don't necessarily follow recruiting are going to be like, who is that? Who is number 23? Like, what on earth is he? Where did this guy come from? We'll know, but you'll know because Cotton told you. But James Smith is somebody I really want you to keep an eye on moving into 2025. Stick around with us as we get close to the season. We're going to be previewing these players. We're trying to do more obscure players that you maybe aren't thinking about, just so that it's fresh and fun. There'll be a lot of new names on the field when the Tide take on the Seminoles on August 30th down there in Tallahassee. So thanks for sticking around with us. You guys are the best. We love each and every one of you. Hope you're having a blessed day. Please, as always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, get in the Word, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.